Hello. Welcome to Heretic Owl Tarot. My name is Liz, and I just realized that the acronym, is that the right word, for Heretic Owl is HO, and HO is one of my favorite words. So welcome, hoes. Become a hoe, subscribe to the channel. I figured since this was just kind of my first set of videos that I would just make a quick intro to put at the beginning of each of these videos. And please forgive my dog if you can hear him chewing on a bone. He is not a fan of when I talk to anybody except for him. So when I do, he has to be loud. But he's perfect. I love him. He could do no wrong. So, my intention here, I just want to kind of, like I said, set a little bit of expectation. My intention here is to talk about you. In the words of RuPaul, if you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you supposed to love somebody else? Can I get an amen? So it all starts with us, right? And my intention is to kind of help you maybe get through some blocks, maybe see some things differently, get you to where you want to go, you know, maybe a little bit of advice along the way. And for me and my journey to self-love and authenticity, you are helping me heal my voice, obviously by using it. This is the most terrifying thing for me. But at the same time, it's like all that I can think about is kind of starting this channel and connecting with you guys and, you know, like connecting my voice to the collective as well. So thank you again for being here. Please, you know, leave comments. I would love to read them. Also, last thing before we get into the reading, I do kind of try my best to explain the cards a little bit. So use your own discernment and your own intuition to interpret the cards as well, because I might be saying the cards mean a certain thing and the story is connecting in a certain way for me, and you could see it as connecting for you in a different way. And go with that. That is definitely real. We all have our own intuition. If you are watching tarot videos, you may have a knowledge in tarot anyway, or at least a basic knowledge in it. So if there's a message there for you that I'm not saying, it is a message for you. So accept it, you know, even if it's coming from yourself. That is even better. So again, thank you so much for being here. And if you like the content, I would appreciate if you subscribed and shared. And let's get into the videos. Hi, Libra. Welcome. Welcome to January 2022. Crazy, right? So, just a couple things here before we get started. We do a 4-card spread. Center card is your current position. To the left of that is what's blocking you. Underneath that is advice for clearing the block. And then the last card is where we're heading, like what's next. And I apologize if you hear my Libra dog chewing on his bone. He should relax here in a bit. We only take the cards that fall out, like the King of Wands just did, but he was a little early to the party, so we had to kick him back in to the deck. So we really only ask for 1 card at a time. We'll take 2 but any more than 2, we'll put them back in the deck. We only take the cards that fall out. I think I just said that. If they flip in the deck, we just flip them over and keep it moving because we want the message to be clear. So they got to fall out. Oh, and we only do cards in the upright unless they do like a triple toe loop on the way out and end up in the reverse. We'll take it in reverse then. But I don't shuffle the deck in a way that there are reversals. So let's officially get going. So what is the current energy for Libra? Did I say Libra before? So what's going on for Libra? What is the current energy? Current energy for Libra. Current energy for Libra. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time for them to get where they need to go so they can fall out. What is the current? He's got a bone that he's chewing on. Sorry. What is the energy for Libra? Ooh. Current energy. Now, how is he upside down in the deck? I've seen this a couple times already, but it hasn't actually fallen out yet. So, like I said, you know, we only take the cards that actually fall out. So, what's a conversation starter here? Maybe you guys aren't feeling very talkative. Maybe there's too much going on. Maybe there's not enough. Let's see. Whoop. And there's the 8 of Swords again. See, I'm telling you. But hello. You know the rules. What is the current energy for Libra? It's like you want to talk, but not really. So maybe that's just kind of like the feeling that I'm getting with these cards, like kind of flopping over. It's like maybe you don't want to be vulnerable. Like maybe you're struggling with that. And maybe, you know, you're kind of keeping your situation very close to you. Okay. I think I just maybe touched a nerve right there. Hold on. Hold, please. Is that it? I think so. All right. All right. We're ready for it. What's the current energy for Libra? There's that 8 of Swords again. I'm telling you. You guys don't want to talk, but I'm going to force you to. We can't skip Libra this month. What's going on with Libra? Okay. I'm going to take that even though so we have the 8 of Pentacles here. This could be having to do with work. But the 8 of Pentacles is like putting in the work. It's kind of the apprentice. So it's the practice makes perfect vibe. So there could be something that you're working on that you want to take off. You're feeling really good about it. Because we have the Chariot at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, you know, with the 8 of Pentacles being in the current energy position, there could just be something that you either are currently working at. Look at this again. That is so interesting to me, how this keeps flipping in the deck. 8 of Swords. And there's a Chariot again. So yeah, I mean, there could be something that you either, maybe you've been working on it for a while, trying to kind of perfect it. Maybe you're trying to find a different way of doing something. Like, you know, this sugar skull looks a little bit different than all of these. So maybe that there's something that you're trying to, you're putting all your energy into, almost kind of like find your own signature is kind of the feeling that I'm getting. Like, you know, that makes it yours, you know, like it's your identity in this thing, whatever it is. It could also be that you started a new job, or you could be planning to start a new job. Because again, you know, this is apprentice type energy. It's putting in the work to get good at something. So what's a block? Now, Pentacles have to do with your money. It has to do with your health. It's also just kind of the energy of those things too. Grounding, you know, it's earth energy. So, you know, there could be something that you're working on health-wise. You know, that's always an option when it comes to Pentacles. Like, specifically, you know, like your physical body, you know. So what's the block? What's the block for Libra? What's blocking our Libras here? January 2022. I can't even believe we're even talking about January 2022. Like, what? Crazy. What's a block for Libra, January 2022? The 7 of Pentacles. It's taking too long. Oh. I'm laughing because I get it. Very much the same. Not really patient. And so the 7 of Pentacles, that is the card of patience. It's, you know, because with the Pentacles, Pentacles are very slow moving things. Like, you know, for the most part, big changes when it comes to Pentacles are going to take time. So, you know, it takes time to become an expert in something. It takes time to get good at doing something. It takes time to see the seeds that you've sown grow into something tangible that can take care of you. If it does have to do with your health, you know, it takes time to kind of see the results of lifestyle changes, exercise changes, and things like that. So the 7 of Pentacles being in the blocked position, like I said, it has this energy of being a bit impatient, and just kind of thinking, you know, things are either taking too long, or, you know, like it could very well be that maybe some of the things that you have tried haven't worked, and that's very frustrating. This could also just maybe be the frustration with that. I mean, if you look at the card, this guy, this little bug here is feeding steak to these flowers, and he's got like a little water jug here. You know, so most of these look really healthy and big, but then we've got these couple ones down here that, you know, this one looks to be struggling a little bit, but they're still growing, and you have to feed those things in order for them to grow, right? But again, it takes time. And we have the Lovers here, the Tower. Oh, wow, that's real. The Lovers has to do with kind of decisions. Of course, it can do with relationships, just literally because it is the Lovers, and, you know, they're exchanging energetic love type energy. But, you know, so again, it definitely can be, it could be that there is a relationship that you have been spending a lot of time and energy on to either get it back on track or figure out what you want to do with it. And you're finding some frustration in that because maybe it's not going the way that you want. Or, you know, I've been to marriage counseling one time. I am divorced, but the thing that popped up in my head was that, you know, through all of the work, like when we did go to see this therapist, she said, you're either going to figure it out and come together, or you're going to, accept your relationship as it is and decide to separate and divorce. So I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm just saying that, you know, through all of this work that's coming in here, with it being a block, I mean, you know, things can just not be looking maybe the way that you want it to be looking when it comes to relationships. And, you know, we have the Tower behind that. So again, you know, I mean, it could just be, you know, anytime anything falls apart, it gives, you know, it kind of creates a space for something else to come together, which is kind of what, you know, the Discretion card is, the Judgment card in the regular tarot. So just having these 3 major arcana cards, kind of, you know, like back to back at the bottom of the deck here. If this does have to do with a relationship that may be coming to an end or changing in some capacity, there's this like level of freedom, and transformation on the other end of it, because you've walked away from something that you weren't feeling good about anyway. But if it's not a relationship, it could be a job. Pentacles, of course, like I said, deal with money. So it very well could be your job that you're making a decision. You know, it no longer aligns with where you see yourself going. And it may fall apart. And on the other end of that is something that is more aligned with you. So let's see how we clear this block. How do we clear the block? What's the advice for Libra on clearing the block? And it did come out. 8 of Swords and the 5 of Swords. I mean, you really... and we have the 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So, you know, I cannot, like, kind of brush over the fact that it could be dealing with a relationship, since at the bottom of the deck we had the Lovers, and now we have the 2 of Cups, which also kind of speaks to relationships, but it also talks about, you know, sharing your cup, like, you know, kind of sharing your emotions with other people. So again, if it's not having to do with a relationship, then what I'm getting from these two, this combination, the 8 of Swords talks about kind of putting yourself in a mental prison. It is a bit self-inflicted with the 8 of Swords, because you very well could just take the blindfold off and, like, change your perspective, like get out of this kind of mind prison. But so, and the Five of Swords, fives have to do with conflict. So with the Five of Swords, what I'm getting from specifically this depiction of it, because, you know, he's got this, it looks like corn here. He's kind of like, you know, like keeping it kind of close to him, like, oh, I don't want to share it with you. You know, and there's these two other birds over here that's like, what? So again, you know, and I might have said this at the beginning of the video, I don't know, but you could be just keeping this situation really kind of close to you, and you may not be sharing it with a lot of people. You could be even kind of distancing yourself from people. So with this being, with these two cards being in the position of how to clear this block, it's, to me, it's saying that, and even just the way that this bird is looking, like they're both looking in the same direction. So it's really kind of like, you really kind of have to face your own thoughts on this and either maybe share it with somebody, like share it with friends, share it with family. If you go to a therapist, if you have a therapist, life coach, something like that, you know, I mean, you can even journal it. It's kind of like getting it out of your head, because like for me, you know, the longer that something stays in my head, the bigger the snowball. You know, like it could start out tiny, and just the longer that it just stays in my head and just rolling down the hill, you know, like the larger the snowball gets to where it's just irrational at that point, you know. So, but it's like as soon as I say it out loud, the swords have to do with our thoughts. So as soon as, you know, I share my thoughts out loud, you know, I kind of tell somebody, you know, a friend, a family member, how I'm feeling about a situation, then you really get clarity on it. And how funny is that, the way that that fell out? Because, you know, like once you say it out loud, first of all, you know, it kind of takes the power away from it a little bit, you know, like just, again, it takes it out of this mind prison, right? And then where we're heading here is the King of Cups. So this is being, you know, this is fully knowing exactly how you feel. You know, you could decide to leave the situation, you know, like he's got his bag packed right there. I mean, you know, that looks like a book, but it could be, you know, like a contract or papers or something, you know, like walking papers, who knows, you know, but that's just kind of the feeling that but at the same time, with it being the King of Cups, you feel good about it. We have the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. And this to me feels like a warning, like, don't fool yourself. Obviously, I'm not telling you what to do, but, you know, there's this one back here that has two pins sticking out of it. And this guy, you know, like taking off running, has the other 5. So, you know, like, maybe the warning is like, try to do no harm type of thing. Like, like I said, it feels more like a warning, like kind of don't necessarily try not to fool yourself, try to stay grounded, which again is like another reason why, you know, kind of getting it out of your head helps you kind of work through it. But if there is another person in this situation, you know, that's one message that I'm getting, is just, you know, try to leave the situation better than you came into it type of thing, you know. But at the same time, if the only way to get out of this situation is to stick these 2 pins into somebody, and please don't kill anybody, that's not what I'm telling you to do. But if the only way to get out of this situation is cause the Seven of Swords talks a little bit about manipulation. So, you know, if you need to do that in order to get out of the situation safely, then, you know, do so. You know, like the Queen of Pentacles, is kind of, you know, like I just kind of see this as like a box with all your stuff in it, you know. But Pentacles again has to talk about, you know, like your money, yourself, your health. So there's this house back here. So, I mean, you know, you could be leaving the situation for, you know, and going to stay somewhere else, and you'll be happy. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope that this helped. Looking good going into February. I look forward to talking to you in February. Bye.